Okay, week 22. The foam, the smell is almost all gone. You can still smell a little bit, but you know, coming in from outside, you expect a little bit of that, so it's diminishing. We'll check the temperature this morning or this afternoon around lunchtime. It's supposed to be like in the upper 80s today, and we'll see what the temperature is. This morning, we're going to get all the material down here for the plumbing. Crawl down in the crawl space and put in the plumbing. We need to start with the drain, waste, and vent. And then after that, we'll do the actual water lines. So it's a plumbing day. And Lowe's said they were going to deliver today, but I don't know if the holiday, we'll see how it works out. So I'm good if they don't. I'm good if we have to wait for another day or so because I've got plenty of plumbing things to do. So here we go. Okay, here we are, day one, end of day one. Under the house, the light over there. So that's the main soil stack. Goes down the house there. It's pretty good because I really only needed one. Like there's the kitchen. Down there, almost all in a row, is the vanity, shower, and toilet. So didn't need much at all. These lines that you see up here, I'm running a dedicated line back to the back of the house back there, which is where the deck will be back there, where the grill and stuff are. I'm running dedicated lines because over there, at the end of them are a couple of valves. So wintertime, I don't have to worry about winterizing anything. I'll just step down here, shut the valves, and not worry about anything. I mean, under the house, it wouldn't make any difference. But outside the house it would, and this is the best place to put the valves, so I don't have to worry about it. I'll go over and show you where we're at for the rest of the water. Okay, so that's where the water comes in at, and they just capped it right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 90, take it over towards the wall, come back up here, and then I'm going to put all my water connections right along this beam. The first one you see right there is where we'll go up to the hot water heater to turn cold water into hot. So that goes up to supply the hot water heater, and then it continues on with cold water in the house. The hot water line will come back down out of that, and then the hot water line will run along the bottom underneath here. I don't have any red 3/4 inch PEX, so I'm going to pick that up tomorrow. Might as well make sure it color coordinates so I don't forget in my old age which one is hot and which one's cold. And then come back over here and do the same thing. So this is the 3/4 inch line continuing on. It goes up. This is where the washer and dryer are. So this is the water supply, cold. And then there's a valve there for the rest of the house. And then this line is where the rest of the house gets fed as we go through that. I'll put the hot one right below it. And then we'll be good. The hot line's right there. We'll just come back around here just like this one, tie it in, and we'll be good. So that's plumbing. I think that tomorrow, oh, and I forgot, I'm going to stick this sediment filter in the very beginning. I'll probably run this sediment filter for the first year, maybe 2 years. I don't know how long I'll run it. The well, it's a new well, so every once in a while you get a little sediment. So I'm gonna just run this. It's easy to change the filters out of it. It's since it's just sediment, I don't have to worry about anything else. It's super cheap filters. So anyway, so tomorrow I'll get those extra pieces that I need for the drain back there. You can see that's the end of the drain right there. That's where there'll be a clean out, and then it feeds outside the house and goes that way. Once I put all that together, I'll show you where it all leads to. Tomorrow I should be able to finish all this and finish all the plumbing. Then just a matter of tying into the water and doing that, and we'll see how much of that I do. So I'll go upstairs and show you what else happened today. Okay, Lowe's delivery today. Drywall, mud, tape, screws. So that'll be the next course of event. First thing I have to do though is after I finish the plumbing is put a ceiling on this, a flat ceiling on this. the storage room, closet, and bathroom both get flat ceilings. That way they can put all the lights and everything else in there, and that gives me storage up there. So I'll do that. Oh, by the way, I checked. The outside temperature on the roof was 95, and inside at the very peak of the roof was 72. So that's even with all the doors and windows open. Definitely cooler here. And then last but not least, the flooring. Got the flooring. It's the waterproof laminate click stuff there, and then the pads that go with it underneath it, and the rest of the vinyl siding out there. So that's the last big Lowe's trip. We'll see. Well, for building supplies, I think. We'll see what happens after that. I've still got appliances and cabinets to do, but building supplies, that should be the end of that. So, okay, well, see what happens tomorrow. Okay, day 2. Got the extra parts this morning to finish up the plumbing. Hopefully that's everything. It's always that last few bits that you forget. So anyway. Finish up the plumbing. My goal is to do that, finish up the plumbing today, and then get started on the ceiling for the storage room and the bathroom. That way I can then I can start drywalling. So that's where we're at, and that's what we're doing. Here we go. Okay. End of day 2. I worked on each project until I couldn't do anymore. So the plumbing thing, still some parts there. Plumbing thing, 1, I picked up a wrong part, and 2, I still am missing 2 pieces. So it's amazing. Plumbing's always one of those things that takes 60 freaking trips somewhere. So anyway, I came back and worked on that as long as I could. I also finished I did finish the water supply, except connecting it to the actual well. So I'll make all the connections except the connection to the well, and then I'll wait until all of these lines are capped off and everything else, just in case we in case I stupidly turn the water on. So, and then I went ahead and started this framing. So that's the framing above the bathroom. So those are 6 foot. I had some 8 foot 1x6s. I need to get some 10 footers. So I picked that up tomorrow, and then I need to pick up a couple of sheets of OSB to throw up there on top, make that. So I did that, went through and did some trimming here on, you see some foam that was sticking out. That Sawzall does a wonderful job of that. I also put together the drywall lift and tested it out. I think it's going to reach right up to the top. I think we'll be okay. Then I went ahead and put in the can lights, wired those. So, you know, here shortly I need to stop quitting work early, especially when I move in here, then I can work all the time. So I got to get some light in here. The can lights have LED inserts in them, but they're buried somewhere in that shipping container. I'll get some bulbs, throw those in there, and wire that circuit so I have lights, and then we'll go from there. So tomorrow morning I'll run by, pick up the rest of the plumbing supplies, pick up this OSB, and pick up these 1x6s, finish the top of this, put the OSB on there, hopefully finish the plumbing, and then we can start drywall. We'll see if that happens tomorrow. Today was, it's hot outside. It's still kind of warm inside with all the windows and doors open and everything else. There's no breeze, 0 breeze. So it's just hot and humid. Anyway, we're done for the day, right? We done for the day? Where are you at? We done? Ready to go home? I know, we are home. What are we talking about? Okay. Anyway, that's it. Okay, day 3. Time flies. So this morning I went in, picked up, yet again, picked up plumbing parts. Hopefully I got everything. We'll see. And then I had to do laundry. Hopefully, I'm 1 or 2 laundry days away from never having to go to a laundromat again. So, can't wait for that to happen. Haven't done that in years and can't wait for it to stop. Anyway, okay, so that's it. We're going to go down and try to finish the plumbing. And then come back up and finish the framing above the bathroom and the closet. That's it. Here we go. Okay, this is the end of day 3, Wednesday. I got the plumbing done. Check the drains. It's all draining. The only thing I have left to do down there is tomorrow I got to get, tomorrow the connectors are going to show up for the extra PEX. I'm running dedicated water lines to the outdoor kitchen that I'll put in like next year, and to the spigot in the back. I don't want to run it off the house. I'm just going to run a dedicated line there so I can go down there, and before winter I can just step down inside, shut the valves off and not worry about it. So we do that. Obviously I got this built, framed up, got the floor on it, so this will be storage up here. Started hanging drywall. This thing works pretty well. Of course up here I'm laying on my back installing drywall, that's fun. And then we'll see. I mean, next thing will be a drywall out through here and we go through there. We'll have to see how we do this. If I cut this off right here because of the gap, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so that's it. What else we do today? Plumbing, framed this up, started drywall. I think that's it. That was enough. It's still hot. It's warm up here. Not nearly as warm as it was before the spray foam, but still hot. And so tomorrow, we just keep hanging drywall. That's it. Okay, day 4, Thursday, yes. So today is a drywall day. We're going to see if we can't drywall the ceiling, see how far we get there. I'm sure the first few sheets will be some learning curve with the new lift and everything else, but we'll see how it goes. I need to remeasure the span on one side, figure out if it's going to be easier to put the cut sheet at the top or at the bottom. So that'll just depend on how wide it is. If it's not that wide, it might be easier to handle at the top. We'll see. So drywall day. That's all we're going to work on. The other connectors for the water line going outside will arrive today, but we're not going to mess with those today. We're just going to focus on one thing. So first thing you do is clean up all the cut lumber, get the floor where we can move the lift around, and drywall. Here we go. Okay, that's the end of day 4, Thursday. It's been a long day. Hardest thing is trying to get all of these, getting the drywall up in the corner, because the lift here. Okay, so the lift should be in the center to lift up the panel, but the wall down the middle doesn't make that possible. So it took a little engineering to get it up in there, especially with one person. So, but I finally did. You may be able to see a wide gap in there, wider than I like, but that's okay. I can fill that in if you do that. And then I started putting everything else on. This is how you can tell. This is how you can tell that it's time to quit for the day. Let's see. See those 3 holes? That's me trying to find that dadgum can with the drywall tool. Yeah. You measure it 2 or 3 times. You think you know what you're doing, but it's just late in the afternoon, so time to quit for the day. It's okay. Another one of those opportunities to fill in with drywall. So anyway, got all the stuff above done, and then almost one full row. I'll stop I won't do this right here for now. Where are we at? There we are. I won't do this for right now because I want to put that chimney in and then cut the drywall around it while I do this. It'll be a lot easier than trying to guess where the chimney is, because you can see what happens when I guess. I miss it. So anyway, that's it. Tired. I quit. End of day 4. Okay, day 5, Friday morning. I finished my commute. Took about 20 seconds to walk from the apartment to the house. No traffic. Not bad. Today is nothing but drywall. I'd like to get the ceiling finished today. That would be great if I could get ceiling finished. My biggest challenge is going to be the first row on the other side, because it's the high point, and putting it on this side, the very first row, I had the advantage of being able to get up behind it, so I could brace it and kind of, you know, do a little engineering. So I had some extra help and hands holding stuff. I won't have that on the other side. The other side, it'll just be flat. So we'll have to see. I've got a couple of ideas. We'll see how my engineering goes. It'll either work or it'll be another opportunity to, you know, drop drywall on me. So we'll see. Anyway, drywall. Here we go. Okay. Got the first sheet up on the second side. About to put the second sheet up on the side. Where there's a will, there's a way. Little engineering. Added about, well, almost a foot. 11 inches or so to the height. And that pushes it right against the ceiling. I did wait to the second sheet just to make sure I didn't kill myself with the first one before I filmed this. So, no sense documenting stupidity. This works. It does take a while to reposition everything, but thank goodness there's only 5 sheets across the ceiling. So, 3.5 more. Okay, end of day 5, Friday. So these worked out really well. There's the other one. That gave me the extra room I needed to finish up that row all the way there. Leave that spot open, and then start the other row. There's a nice gap going on right there. Sometimes something's not straight and it just shows up when you put drywall in. Another chance to tape and mud. So anyway, ceiling's almost done, and that. Put the other hole in over there for the hole right there for the ceiling fan and light for the bedroom. And then we'll do this area tomorrow, and then get the bottom done along here, and then the ceiling will be done with the exception of this. And I need, because this is where the chimney comes through, so I need the kit that allows the spacing for the chimney pipe to come down, where we'll put the wood fireplace right there. So it'll be another, I don't know, sometime next week when that arrives. So I'll drywall all the way up to here, and then from here down, and just leave this 8 feet open right here, so I can fit that in and then build that. So tomorrow, like I said, we'll finish this, cut out these lights, and then start on walls. And yeah, this is the part where everything seems so open and big, and next thing you know, there'll be walls and it'll seem smaller. So, and you won't be able to do that anymore. You'll have to walk through doors. Okay, that's it. Okay, day 6, Saturday morning. Last day of the work week for here. It's a drywall day. Drywall. If I can finish the ceiling, with the exception of the 2 spots where the chimney comes down, then I'll be happy today. So we'll finish up this side. And then, so I've got a couple more sheets here, and then the bottom row to go there. Get that done. and then come back, and where the the side of the house that has a chimney on it, I need to put those pieces up, except for right around the chimney. So we'll do that. So drywall. Here we go. Okay, end of day 6, end of Friday or Saturday. So except for that spot, and maybe a couple of inches somewhere else, that's it. We're done. Ceiling's done. So that's got to stay until I get the box that lets me punch the hole through into the ceiling from the chimney. All the lights are cut out all the way through. The closet, it's got ceiling in it. I even stuck drywall on the wall. I was trying to finish all the ceiling, but I had this spot over in the mudroom to do, but this is her favorite spot to lay, so I didn't, I'll leave her. And I did some work in the closet until she went and had lunch. And then went ahead and finished this in the mudroom. That's the other spot that needs to be done. That closed up right there. And yeah. Now I told you that there's always one reason it's time to stop when you start making mistakes or doing stupid stuff. So last piece of drywall I put up with this one right here. And there's the box for the outlet, or for the light. I'll give you just a second to think, what is wrong with that? Yeah, where is the wire? Yes, the wire is still in the ceiling because I didn't put it through the box before I put the drywall up. So I'll have to loosen some screws and see if I can stick my arm up in there and get the wire to go through that. Always something. That means it's time to quit, right? Done for the day? All tired? Supervised out? Have you moved? Are you alive? Oh, good, thank you. Okay. Well, that's it for the week. Made a big dent on the drywall pile out here. Used one whole section there. I've got this one and that one for the walls and everything else. So, okay, that's it this week.